Okay. We have our single cards. I like how TCG has kind of set this up. Now, with Twilight Masquerade, they do have your chase cards there. Okay. So your chase card for this set, of course, is the Greninja. And so shout out Pokeballer Mike. He pulled 2 of these like within a day apart. One for his personal collection, one on stream. Insane pulls. The Greninja EX, I've never seen in person, but I've heard it doesn't do it justice by the pictures you see on here. Now, this card is at $330. This card, if you'll notice, has been trending down a little bit in the market. It's just because some of these higher valued cards, they do start to go down. So you can see there about 2 months ago, it was about a $411 card, and now it is down to right around that $332 card. I think this was just the abnormality that we're having Pokemon during that time. I think this is over a $300 card, and I definitely think it'll stay above there. Now, these cards you can see on here, near mint for $250, Chinese one, of course. So Japanese, no stars. I don't know if I'd buy from that one for $270. This one for $275, near mint, nothing, not starred. $289 light played. So yeah, you're going to be about that $300 mark. $309 is what they have for a near mint hollow foil. Now, the other card that's really good in this says the Perrin. This card is amazing, and it goes hand in hand right here with the Growlithe. So it's the Growlithe you can see in the camera up here, and the reflection down here is the Growlithe, and there's Perrin feet. It's a beautiful combination of cards. This one has actually gone fairly cheap at $15. This one's still a $100 card. It has surpassed the Eevee card. The Eevee one I thought would definitely be the second tier or best card in this set, but for some reason it just keeps kind of going down. I thought this was going to reach 90 and never did. It stayed about that $85 mark there for a long time, almost about 2 months. Then it plummeted down to about $65. Nothing crazy there. It's a beautiful card. This reminds me of the Eevee card or the Pikachu card they had during the Generations set with all the Pikachus and stuff on it. This Eevee card is adorable, and it's one I do not have for my collection. I'm hoping to pick some of these up if it continues to trend downwards. Now, looking at some sales for Twilight Masquerade PSA 10 grades. Okay, so when we go through here, we got the Blood Moon Ursaluna. This card I actually do own. I think I just pulled this a couple days ago. I might have it in this pile even. Nope, not in this pile, but it's a cool card. Blood Moon Ursaluna Gold, very cool. But look at that in a PSA 10, $42. $42. Crazy. All right, here we got the Teal Mask Orgrimmon promo from Twilight Masquerade, $45. This is the Pokemon Center one, I believe. Twilight, yep, Pokemon Center for $215. So not bad there. Twilight Masquerade right now, you can get the Pokemon Center ETBs for about $100. So pretty good deal there. This is the regular one for $45. $36 for the regular promo. Here we got the Blood Moon Ursaluna for $145, $133 for Blood Moon Ursaluna. Torkoal, $69. Not a lot of stuff that's really sticking out here. I want to see if there's a Greninja that's sold on here recently. Oh, yep, right there. Greninja, $850, $780. This was a $1,000 card, so this is starting to get down. These are sold. Man, these are back in February, so I don't even know if I take that into consideration almost. Yeah, the Greninja 214. Let's see what that's selling for right now, because I think that was close to a $1,000 card. There it is. Again, a card I have not pulled. I want one super bad. Oh my gosh, this card is only $610, $640, $655, $659, $670. Buy it now. Wow, this card's really went down. So if you're looking at getting one of these in a PSA 10, this may be a $600 card here pretty soon. So that's crazy because it's so cool. Greninja's such a dope Pokemon. I don't know. But yeah, Greninja. Let's see if there's a black label one or something like that. Not seeing it. But yeah, so Greninja, that's the kind of the chase card in that set there. Now let's jump over to Temporal Forces. Temporal Forces, you can still find these ETBs and stuff that are kind of out there during some Walmart restocks. I thought it was a fun set. Here we have the Raging Bolt. This might have been the only card I never pulled. $94 right now. This card, when it came out, we'll go to the 6-month trend. This card was down to about $79 back before the hype when Surging Sparks was getting ready to launch. And it went all the way up. Like this thing went crazy in December when all the hype was starting to happen. Went back down, and it never went down to its low. When it went down, it still went down to $95, which is pretty good price for it. And that's where it's coming again to about that $95 mark. These are selling. You got 16 sold, 8 sold this last week. So it's a card that's still selling. A lot of range that can happen in that card, and it's probably going to be a pretty good card for the long run because it's a Raging Bolt. Super cool Pokemon. Iron Crown, love it. Walking Wake, one of my favorite cards right there. Morty's Conviction. This one, if you take Gengar out of it, it's probably like a $6 card. Great card, great art. Gouging Fire, another great one. Ghastly, I have one of these off to PSA right now. This card is really kind of plummeted too. This had a huge high of, what was it? $60. Wow, went down. So now it's right around that $37 mark. But if you look at it, this card, I mean, it was a $23 one, so it's still not down to its lowest low, and it's really plummeted. So just like a lot of the Pokemon investing people say, like even when they get to their highest highs and they come down, they still are above their lower lows. So it creates a new low for the card is what it does, typically higher than the last one. Very cool card. The color concept and everything with the Deerling, it's just kind of cool artwork. The one that kind of surprised me on this one was the Walking Wake, the gold cards. They kind of held more value than I thought they would. The Iron Crown, Walking Wake, Gouging Fire, and the Raging Bolt, they all kind of stayed up there a little bit higher than I thought they would. Gold cards are really starting to do that here. You take gold cards from Sword and Shield. They never stood the test of time. They were always kind of just dogged on, really weren't worth anything. The one that I can remember is from Chilling Reigns. They had the Snorlax full art gold card. That was about the only one that ever really did fetch a pretty good premium. So let's check out some PSA 10 cards of Temporal Forces. Let's see. Here's the Ghastly right here. PSA 10, best offer accepted from Australia. $340 from United Kingdom. $450, $60. Whoa. We got $80 here. These are kind of outdated a little bit, though. These are all super outdated. I don't know what the heck the deal is. Let's just check out Raging Bolt. We'll go to a PSA 10. Well, that's the Japanese one. Very cool looking card from Terrestrial Festival. Very cool. Let's see. We got 270 here, 29 bids. Gosh, all they have is the Japanese. Let's go to English. Narrow that down. Full art one for 26. Not worth the price of grading. 280 for that one. 248, 225.50, 197. So I mean, it's still fetching a pretty good premium, to be honest with you. It's about $250 to $300 card. Raging Bolt, very cool one. So like, kind of my whole thing is, if you were to go in on Temporal Forces or Twilight Masquerade, personally, I would put the money towards Twilight Masquerade. And right now, with the Twilight Masquerade, if we go back here to the sealed product, let's see, shop booster pack. So we'll do, that's times 4. Here's Pokemon Center right here. So you can buy these Pokemon Center UPCs, or not UPCs, but Elite Trainer boxes for $125, $125, $124, $113 unopened. That's by far the cheapest one. $129. So if I was going in between Temporal Forces and Twilight Masquerade, I go Twilight Masquerade route. Not only do you have a chance to pull in that Greninja, which is going to be like a card that is definitely, I wouldn't say top 5, but top 10 of the Scarlet and Violet era. Twilight Masquerade to me is a no-brainer. I really do think Temporal Forces has a lot of good cards, but it seems like the hit rates weren't great on it. Twilight Masquerade, though, I assume the hit rates are about the same. And it might just be I'm more partial to Twilight Masquerade now because I didn't open as much of it, but that's where I'd put my money in for it. The Twilight Masquerade Pokemon Center box, if you are looking for something to buy or just to put some money towards to keep on your shelf, I think you picking these up is probably worth it. I think I have 4 or 5 of these that are sealed on my shelf. I bought these back in, it might have been December, January, when Pokemon Center's going nuts. These were still up there forever. And I was like, oh, might as well. It's Pokemon Center ETB. Can't get any worse. And right now I'd double my money if I sold it. So definitely holding on to those. But like I said, guys, we're Pokebasoda. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share, and we hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your weekend. And remember, catch 'em all.